All right, guys. I hope that anybody who jumps into the stream can see and hear me okay. I got a little bit of a weird setup here because I'm just now getting moved into this room. So I'm gonna have a sip of tea and try to get my bearings with all this stuff. Make sure that everything's looking good. I've got a good connection, healthy stream. All right, cool. Good upload speed. And I'm just gonna get started doing what I was gonna do anyway while we're waiting on people to show up. So yeah, first thing I'm gonna do is maybe adjust the temp in here a little bit, and then say hello to everybody. Yo, welcome to the live stream. Bingo. Looks like that's good. We're good to go. And all right. So I moved into a new uh, place and we're about 80% moved into our new place. Got the new studio room sort of filling out a little bit. Got the desk set up. I'm really concerned about the audio. It seems to be reading good. I did some test recordings. So I hope that if you guys are all dropping by, you can see and hear me clearly. The last stream that I did, I was working on these emoticons for the emoji contest for Huion. I'm really into their products lately because I found out that their pens are just so freaking good. So this is my favorites. I mean, I bought two. I bought I bought the Huion Inspiroi 2L and or L, yeah, Huion Inspiroi 2L, the large size, and then it came with this PW 110, which is just epic. It's weighted. It feels really good in my hand. It's just beautiful. It's like my favorite stylus I've ever held. I used to hate this shape of stylus, but somehow they got it just right. I don't know. I really like it. So there's this, and then I also got the slim, the PW 550S, the slim. I didn't get the fancy case that comes with it, but this thing is also epic. It's really great. What I tend to be doing these days is I do my drawing with this, and I do my inking and like vectoring and stuff with this. I don't know why. It just makes me feel like it helps my brain change modes. But essentially, the uh, the nibs are the same. They're of the same firmness. The retraction is similar on them. So yeah, there's that. The last place I left off in this project was I sort of arrived at what I feel good about is sort of a style that I can sort of lean into. The contest is almost over actually. We've been so busy with moving and stuff, so I really couldn't put as much effort into this as I wanted to. 'Cause on top of this, on top of moving and everything, there's work and man, it was just really tough. But we're in now. It feels so good. I've got this brand new space that I want to sort of. I'll show you guys a little bit later in the stream. I've got like this space behind me now that I can flesh out. I've got this beautiful window that I can have sunlight in here and draw during the daytime, and it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. I got a second monitor so I can hook up for like I can see the live stream stats over here and like see people chatting. I don't have to fiddle with any nonsense anymore, and uh, I'm I'm right now I'm studying some shotgun mics to try to get like a better studio sound setup. So eventually, hopefully that'll happen. So yeah, we're getting there. I don't know. I've got lots of plans. I've been brainstorming a lot, as always, but we'll see what happens. Anyhow, I might as well get to work while I'm here. So what I'm gonna do is, I think I'm gonna build an asset library and start saving these. I have this file saved already, so I'm actually gonna save a new version of it. Let's do that first. We're gonna save this as. We'll go to, let's go to Affinity Beta. We'll save it in our designer beta files. I'll call this emojis 2. And then I'll get rid of these guys down here that are not sort of cutting they didn't make the cut. They had some, we had some, yeah, they didn't make the cut, but that's okay. So bye guys. You guys did well. We'll call these sketches. And what I'm thinking is I'm gonna leave these in the project for now, but what I really want to do is just I need to look at my sketch pads over here. I've got like a list of emotions that I wanted to try, and I've got a couple of sketches that I wanted to sort of try to bring to life. But I want to do it in this style. It's really clean, and I think also if I zoom out, it reads really well at like a small size, which is sort of something that you really have to think about. I think if you're going to design an emoji or an emoticon, um, you know, I I actually, it's funny from a design perspective how for granted I've taken emoticons and emojis and stuff, because you actually have to have some of them are so intricate, but you can read them like so clearly, especially like if you go into the Apple, like Apple's emojis that are like standard on their phones and devices. I'm gonna call this one Leon emojis. So yeah, I don't know. I haven't thought about this for all week because I've been so busy moving, but yeah, it's pretty neat. Let's see. It's funny. I'm not used to this yet. I got a new chair. I got everything except my computer equipment is new in here, so it's kind of like I'm not quite comfy yet, but it's all good. We'll get there. This chair is awesome. We'll call these preliminary. We'll call these prelim. We'll just call it prelim. Okay. And yeah, cool. So whenever you if you're not familiar with the app, mm, um I'm in beta by the way right now. Let's see, what beta are we on? We're in 2.2. I'm in 1903 build. Got lots of fun new stuff to play with in this build. I'm going to show you guys some of that tonight. I had a plan to do it, um, but I wanted to wait until a few people showed up. So maybe some people will show up, and we'll see. Mm, let me see here. Cool. All right. Awesome. Okay. If you see me looking over like this, I'm checking out my second monitor to see like what's going on, who's in the stream. There's somebody in here. I see you, but I don't know who you are. It's all good. Anyway, if you want to save assets, I'm not sure. It used to be you can drag them in here. You see on the screen here where my cursor is, that little blue field that pops up. It's really, it's real. Oh, it's if you linger there too long, it'll try to like drag the screen because it'll think if you move. But when you see that, you can drop it and you can leave it like that. But you can also just grab it. Oops, just grab the thing that you want to turn into an asset, and then just add from selection. And you can do that from bulk as well. So it's like I can bulk select. Oops. See, I wanna assetize the the layers. So you have to be careful because when I click in, I'll drill in and I'll select the things that are inside the layer. So you can come in and do that. And then I can just go here and add from selection and it'll bulk add. I'm gonna delete those first two. Cool. So I was thinking about this project a little bit and like how I kind of want to approach it. what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to add a subcategory here, and then I'm actually going to deconstruct these so that I can use the components to sort of make everything, to keep everything sort of homogenized, where it's all one style. If I need to, I can always open up my styles here. If I remember, I have a set of styles here for the line. I'm actually going to rename this category. I'm going to call it Leon's Line Styles. Man, it feels good to be working again. Um, and man, uh, dear Affinity, uh, I love everything right these days. All the hits just keep coming. One thing I want to suggest is I wish we could do styles. Wish we could organize them like we could organize assets. The asset organization is epic. I love how we can add subcategories and things like that. If we could do the same with styles, and I mean, that would be awesome. I think it's a little bit too much to ask if we're talking about brushes because we already have, categories. But as far as styles are concerned, I would love it if we could organize them as we organize assets, but maybe that's a bit much because you can get, yeah, just like the brushes. It's kind of weird, but anyhow, who knows what the future will hold. Um, so what I want to do though is create a new category. Oops, no, subcategory. And we'll call this components. And then I'm going to jump in here and start adding some components. Um, we'll add some eyebrows. Actually, what I'll do is let's see if we can just do that bulk select business. But what I want to do is I kind of want to make sure I group things together, get rid of any noise in here, like things that aren't being used, and perhaps I'm gonna actually remove the mask. You'll see why. What I'm trying to do here is, and also I realized I will show you guys. I'm gonna open up another window here. Let's see. Huey. Let's see. Google Images. Let's see. Huey on Mascot Leon. I realized that maybe we could do something a little different with the gray part of his head. In several instances, I've seen a lot of the drawings that are coming out lately. I'm trying to stay in line with Hueyon's like house style. I guess you could call it a house style. Sorry, I'm covering my mouth there. Um, I'm trying to stay in line with that, which is something that looks like this. Uh, we want to stay I want to stay in line with this sort of idea. I like how clean it is the main point. I may end up in the end, because it's all vector, I may end up trying to stylize it with like some sort of I don't know, some sort of how would I say that? Like, oh man, let's open up Fawari. Let's get Fawari involved. I don't know if you guys remember Fawari, but I showed this last time when I streamed last time. Let's capture. Just want to capture this guy right here. Cool. Move him over there. We can get rid of this window. We just get rid of that. Cool. All right. And now I've got a reference image. If you like what you see here, it's really cool. It's called Fuware. It's a really simple and elegant app. You can resize, change the transparency. It's just a snapshot app, and they disappear. It's kind of like it's just beautiful. You can magnetize it to other windows. It's really cool stuff. The only drawback is you can't select colors from it. It's almost like it doesn't exist. But if you're just, if you just need to see a picture of something really fast, you can uh, nav it and uh, nav it and grab it. Anyhow, um, yeah. I guess what I was getting at is I kind of wanted to change the way the gray shape is on his head there, and possibly even play around with it the way it looks on his ears. But I may or may not do that. So there we go. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all this stuff. I've selected all these components. Actually gonna rename this group component one, and then I'll add from selection, and all those components will be in there, and that'll be great. And in fact, I kind of want to move things around even a little bit more. I don't need this to be too big, actually. But I think if you hold shift, it constrains. You can live right there, Leon. And then the assets will live here outside. And that way we can see them nice and big. That'll be great. Cool. Come in, get a little subcategory going. We'll do another one. Rename. This will be component 2 or components 2. And then we'll go into the version 1 of the shocked. And we'll just, again, one more time, I'm just going to get rid of stuff that is unnecessary. And I'll get rid of the mask because, you know, if I change the shape of the object later, or the objects that overlap with it, we'll have to change the mask anyway. So yeah, this looks good. This stuff looks good. I'll pull it all in. And now we have a bunch of parts we can play around with and sort of build on. And yeah, and so I think that'll work really nicely. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this stuff. We'll go back to the sketches, but I have a little list here that I've already worked up. All right, so let's what I want to do is I'm going to make a little list right here on the canvas of kind of what I want to, the emotions I want to sort of cover. All right, so let's actually get a artistic text frame tool. Come out like this. Let's go Huntapoki. It's a great Korean font. If you don't know it, go get it. It's you can find it online. It's just a lovely font. It's so feels good, almost like Maple Story. That's another good Korean font that you should download if you like Korean style stuff. The Maple Story font's excellent. Let's see. We want to change it to what, 18? 24? So this is just my list here. We're going to go surprised, shocked, sad, with tears. I want to get some streaming tears going. Embarrassed, uh, angry, WTF, confused, happy, pleased, love struck, jovial, laughter, determined, suspicious. Uh, Suspicious is, it's kind of like, I don't know, the mood. I guess there's a mood I'm sort of going for, but um, anyway, yeah, maybe suspicious or skeptical, and maybe I want to throw in some stuff in there. Like I feel like these are super basic. So actually, what I want to do is it's funny because you know these days, and especially in Korea. Oh, how'd I mess that up? I'm embarrassed that I misspelled embarrassed. You got to have the RR and the SS in there. What I've these days, emoticons are so varied and complicated. They can, it's, I don't know, out here on Kakao Talk, they're just, I'm really in, it's, I kind of hate emoticons, but I also kind of love them. They're really cool. Let's put over here like some specialized stuff. I'm not going to do all of these, of course, just these are ideas. Good job is essential. Like when somebody does like a good drawing or something, you want to like give them a little good job. Um, maybe if you feel good about yourself as an artist, maybe we'll do like a little artist version. Like he's got a little French artist hat or a paintbrush with his little pixel, his you know, stylus tail. We'll call this one artiste. I don't know if that's how you spell it. Anyway, what else? I'll add to that as we go. But right now, what I want to do is I want to sort of get the the main ideas out onto the canvas. So let's get that going. So sort of what I want to do is grab some of these components. Let's first thing I'll do is I'm going to add like a sort of a dark gray background so that I can have some sort of I don't know, it doesn't even have to be gray. It just needs to be like sort of a muted color. That's fine right there. Or maybe let's go to grays. Maybe something like this. Yeah, that's cool. Pull that in, send it to the back. That way I can pull some components in. Yeah, cool. You can reorder. Okay, that's good. What I want to do is I want to group these components together real quick. Or actually, what I want to do is take a look at the stroke on that, 4 points. We'll just put the same stroke on this one too. Cool. And then to save a little bit of time, bring this down into here. What am I doing? Sorry, guys. Sometimes, you know, you start doing stuff and ends up to be unnecessary. I want to take this one and bring it up to 3. I think it needs to be a little bit stronger. All right. So what I want to do is just get some face shapes going. That's the basic idea here. Get some face shapes going. Um, and another thing I want to do real quick, I think I can use like a template here. We can do a little bit of this. And so let's just align everything. Cool. Good. Mm-hmm. Little subtraction. So that's going to live behind the nose in the design. All right, cool. All right. So out of the emotions that I chose to place in here, oh, I already have my references down here. All right. Cool. Well, I think I think I'm okay with Mr. Fuwari up here. We'll just get rid of that and get it out of the stack so it doesn't get in the way. Cool. Let's see. So what emotions do I want to sort of do here? we'll figure that out in just a little bit. What I want to do is kind of make a grid and start sort of like fleshing them out with vector stuff or vector components and sort of build up the library from there. Uh, oh, I don't know why, but we got to put some sunglasses on this dude because he's cool. All right. Ah, cool. All right. Let's do let's do a grid of 3. That seems to fit, and I can still look at my lists and things like that. So we're good. Let's see here. What do we got? What do we got? Actually, let's make things neat. We'll we'll space these out horizontally. We'll group them. We'll give ourselves plenty of room. We're gonna need some room for the hair and stuff. Let's get 9. 9's a good number. Maybe 12 will work. What I can do is I can shrink them down a little bit. Let's space these vertically. Okay. Just give ourselves a little more room. That's the beautiful thing about working with vector tools. I love how you can just sort of really maximize space. All right, let's see. It's the bottom. This is the top. We'll call this row 4. Row 2, row 1. Ah. Okay. Let's see. Cool. Okay. Sweet. All right. First of all, we'll come into this one. All right. So there was surprised, shocked, sad, embarrassed, angry, confused, happy. All right. So what I want to do is I think how I'm going to start is the eyes are going to tell the story, right? So maybe and I'll also have to sort of like play with the shape of the face to sort of key up the emotions, but I think most importantly I need to maybe get the eyebrow parts correct. So maybe what I need to do is a little bit of drawing to have a place to start. So what I'll do is I'll bring this down a little bit, and then I'll get another layer going here. I'll lock this stuff into place, and then maybe I'll just get in here and do a little bit of drawing, get those emotions going over my original sketches. Yeah, I feel like I want to sort of hit it fresh, so that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, we can turn off Cursor Pro for a minute. Perfect. White, but let's go with a red. Cool. Oh, do I have my tablet. Yeah, I knew something was weird. All right, cool. All right, so let's get those emotions going. Yeah, this one's we'll call this one pleased. All right, now let's go like maybe see if we can amp it up a little bit. Maybe there we go. I feel like I've drawn him enough where I'm sort of I'm in the zone with him now because I have spent a little bit of time each day kind of sketching him out, sort of getting him where I want him to be. I can always bring this stuff down like this and change the shape of the gray part. I'm not too worried about the gray part. The main thing is I want to make sure that jujube shaped head of his is sort of the feature. Um, let's go sad. I'm looking at my sketches here, kind of seeing what I wanted to do. Oh, no, 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 no. There we go. There we go. And then, yeah. I feel like the eyebrows on this guy are just like they're like the best feature, but they're also like the hardest to get right, especially if you're trying to like get emotion involved into the situation. Like they're really expressive, so and a lot of the expression of the drawing like it depends on it. So like this, let's go like that. There we go. Cool. We get that. Okay, so we're gonna go happy. Sad. What else? Wait a minute. I'm just checking on people. I'm sad. I'm sad. Nobody's here in my chat. I'm all alone. No viewers. This is something else. Okay. Just want to double check. I can see people have stopped by. And we're still doing okay. So, okay. Cool. All right. So, what's next? I'm just glad all this stuff is working because it's a lot to set up. There we go. Yeah. Oh, maybe you guys want to see a little bit of that, huh? Yeah. Um, so I'm not that far into the broadcast yet. We're like 36 minutes in, and I don't know if anybody's coming. So I'll just show you guys whoever's watching this at this time. One of the cool new things in beta is that, well, my favorite thing I would say is that we can now hit caps lock and change the cursor no matter what brush you're using to the crosshairs. And that works for any drawing tool. The pen tool, the pencil tool, uh, the brush tool, uh, the eraser tool, like all the different tools. You can change it to a crosshairs now. Uh, thank you, Affinity. This is like I, something I've really wanted for a long time because I really can't stand like a giant circle like flopping around while I'm trying to draw. I hated that. So yeah, man, this is just key. There's also a bunch of new brush shortcuts that you can use while you're working with the brush. I want to do a whole video on that, so I'm not gonna go deal with that too much in this because I want to keep going on this project. But there are all kinds of new brush tool shortcuts that you can use that really just they're incredible. I'll show you guys one. Check this out. You're gonna love this. Um, if I go to the, let's go to a paintbrush. Like let's say I go to dry media and I want to grab a brush that has a really distinct shape to it, like or maybe I'll just go to like I'll go to acrylics, something like this. And let me start a new pixel layer. So like if I come in here and I've got like some color like this, okay, check this out. Actually, say I want to start at a different angle with this brush. You can, okay, this is perfect. This brush right here, it's easily one of my favorite brushes actually. This gradual acrylic cotton on paper. But say I want to like paint a stroke at a different angle without having to go into the brush settings. Well, now you can just use the arrow keys and it changes the angle of the brush, so you can do different types of strokes. And oh man, it's so cool. It's just like one of like I don't know, like 30 or 30 something new brush tool shortcuts that you can keyboard shortcuts you can use while you're working with the brush tool. It really, I think it really elevates both a photo and a designer to, you know, better digital painting tools. It's just great. So good. So that's one. Yeah. So arrow keys change the brush heads, right? The angle of the brush heads, which is so great. Also, you can change the opacity and all kinds of stuff now with keyboard shortcuts. It's really great. And then also, like I said earlier, you can toggle caps lock to get a uh, you know, brush image view, or you can get crosshair view, which I love. So there's that. Just wanted to show you guys that coolness. That's the new hotness right now for Affinity. Anyway, in my opinion. But back to work, back to work, back to work. We got, I think we've got three good sort of candidates going here for that. Now I'm gonna keep going with some of my plans here. What do we have? Confused, happy. Let's mark off what we've got. I'm gonna mark off pleased. Oops, different color. So I'm gonna mark off pleased. Mm, yeah. Oops. And happy and sad, right? Okay, cool. Let's go with let's go with something different. You know what I really wanted to do was it wasn't quite, I had an idea that wasn't quite love struck. It was almost like oh, and I've already got shocked, but I won't, I guess I've already got shocked, and yeah, I'll skip this for now. But what was it that I wanted to change? Maybe embarrassed is not the one. Or and shocked is kind of surprised anyway. But I guess what I wanted to change surprise to is I did a really cool sketch the other day of he has like stars in his eyes. I want to call it like awestruck. So I want to work on that one real quick. Awestruck. That's good. Okay, cool. Let's go back to row one, and then we'll hit row two. I've got my keyboard Pro turned off right now, but basically that's another good keyboard shortcut to get under your fingertips if you want to have like a really good command of the app. You want to hit Control Shift 0 or Command Shift 0. It'll, you know, bring whatever you want to the fore. So like if I go in here, drill in. If you want to drill into objects that aren't locked, you can just double click in, and then again, Command Shift, Command 0 fits to view, Command Shift 0 goes like that. Good stuff. Let's see. Let's go to row two. The awestruck view, what I wanted to work on. I'm actually going to tag this red so I can see it. And we'll call it sketches. Cool. So for the awestruck view, what I've got in my sketch pad here is kind of it's like, get in here real close because I need some space. I want these stars to be very stylized, like rounded, not like really sharp. Get in here with our eraser tool and take out the centers. Yeah, it's not really important to do that right now, but and then yeah, I loved the shape of the mouth that I got the other day, like this, and then yeah, it's more wide. It's like, and then there was a little bit of like animation here to the hair. It's kind of like flopping up, and then we got a little bit of this action going on, like stars kind of exploding out of the ear area. We may need some extra space for this one. Actually, it's weird with emoticons. I feel like they all need to sort of fit into like an area. I need to do some more study about that. I meant to do it, but um, moving to a new place, it's busy. It's busy stuff. Busy stuff. It's crazy all the stuff you got to do. And not complaining in the slightest. It's just adulting, man. It's a it's a business. There we go. Cool. Like that. And we can go a little more extreme too as things go. I want those stars to be a little cuter somehow. They need to be like sort of, oh, I don't know, wobbly or something like that. Let's keep going. We'll call this one Awestruck. Okay, cool. And then we'll keep moving. What was the next one? I'm just kind of, I'm not even paying attention to the lists now. I'm just kind of like going in and looking at my sketches. Oh, I did some more in this old pad. Yeah, there we go. What do we got here? Let's all right. Is I guess we can go ahead and hit up the love stroke too. I had this plan for it that goes something like this. It was like, but then I wanted the pupils to also be hearts like this, and I want them the hearts to be like, I don't know. I'm getting this Ren and Stimpy kind of vibe, like really exaggerated, like stretching and angles and stuff like that. And then this one, I'm definitely gonna have to change the angle, the shape of the face, but yeah, just one. I want the tongue to kind of be like it's almost loose in the mouth, not so. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I'm omitting the teeth as well because I kind of feel like the teeth retract from the design a little bit. And when I look at Huion's stuff, I've never seen them put teeth on their. I've never seen them put teeth on their Leon, but they always seem to have teeth. One thing we got to do is get this one right. I think the eyebrow should be like way off the head, like his mind was blown, like something like this. Like I almost want to like, yeah, something like that. Let's go with the lasso tool here, and then because I really like that shape. Let's cut, paste, paste, move, flip. Oh no. Okay, flip. Cool. That'll work. That'll work. Okay, and then we'll take all this stuff. We'll group it, rasterize it, retag it. I don't need to label it again. We're okay. And then keep going. I feel like this one needs to be redone a little bit. And the idea that I'm having for this one is I want to use his hair situation. Uh, and I'm just gonna kind of add these as notes to myself. Like I'm gonna make his hair curl up like hearts at the end. That'll be cool. And then maybe some of this action, because you know. And then is that right? Is that how it should be? Also, I think I'm sort of missing the point here with this with the pupils. I think the pupils need to be like higher into the hearts, like something like this. There we go. but the eyebrows look weak. Is that a thing? It's like dove eyebrows. Maybe that's kind of cute. I don't know. Like maybe that'll work out. That looks like really hard to make work. I don't know. We'll see. I'll come back to that. We'll just call this Love Struck. Okay, what do we got? Almost an hour. We're doing okay. Let's see here. What's next? Mm, I don't, I don't want to try that one. I don't know what to call this though. It's I called it in my sketchbook disturbed. Like he's been sort of disturbed by something that he has seen. Maybe something disturbed him. Perturbed, disturbed. It's like how does it go? It's like that. But then what's happening with the eyes here is like it's almost anger, but it's not quite. And then the thing about the mouth is it's just like this. And I think the face shape needs to change too. It's like, yeah. And then we got a little bit of that action going on like that. And then I need to make a note to myself about the ears. The ears come down like this, and the hair is drooping because something just ain't right. I don't know what you call this. Anyway, I like the sketch, so I'm going to include it. I'm going to call this like that. Should it be like this? I don't know. All right, let's move on. Move on. What else do we got? Oh, let's see. Oh, we gotta go. We gotta put some angry in there. We gotta get some anger in here. Or actually, I've got. I'm gonna do anger here, but we'll come in here and we'll. I want to try this one. It's like what? That's not right, is it? Oh, yeah, there it is. It's like confused. I think this is kind of a confused look. It's like, hmm, hmm, we're okay with the ears there. Ears are kind of there. Surprised. I've got that one. I'll leave two spaces at the end for surprised and I'll leave a space at the end for surprise. Let's do some anger. Although I'm not sure Huion wants their mascot to even portray anger, right? But sometimes stuff makes you angry. You know, you got to have a little fight in you. You just can't be nice to people all the time. That's a little psychotic, right? We don't want to go too far. I mean, for all everybody knows, Leon's a pretty nice guy. Maybe there's something that made him real upset. You know, somebody did something really bad. I can see Legon getting angry if people don't treat each other well, you know? Or if AI comes and steals all the jobs from artists, which is man, I watched a really cool video breakdown the other day. I'm gonna put a link down in the description when I get done with this live stream. But Lucid Pixel, Adam over at Lucid Pixel, he did a really cool two-part series breaking down the recent Senate hearings on AI. It was really cool. You guys gotta watch that if you're interested in it. I'm super interested in it. I don't know. It's kind of crazy because it's like you know, I'm just getting going as an artist. And again, you know, kind of picking up, and AI comes out and it's like, you know, they're already talking about AI taking Hollywood jobs, which I don't really, I'm not, I don't know. I'm suspicious of the motives of the people in Hollywood. Like, I don't trust that anything is ever what they say it is, you know? So it's like, who knows? And they've successfully just ruined everything I ever loved from my childhood in the past, you know, 5 years. So anyway, I'm more concerned with like what it does to the world of art, you know, like to me it's kind of a tool like a calculator. I've had this thought, you know, like um it's almost like a calculator, right? And people that know how to use calculators well will be able to excel in some uh you know field which is requiring a lot of calculation, right? So for example, if you want to be, you know, really good at being an accountant, or if you want to be really good at being if you want to get really good at being, you know, just somebody who's managing money for a living, then you want to you know, a calculator will give you an edge over somebody who is not using a calculator. And these days we kind of just take it for granted. We're all using calculators all the time. Now we're using computers, you know, and what I'm thinking is like, what's going to happen with AI is it's going to give people an edge, and they're going to start charging for AI. Just like, you know, if you're in, I don't know if you guys ever went through this phase in college, but you know, when I had to take calculus in college, we had to buy one of those stinking Texas Instrument calculators for the class that we only used for that class and never used it again. And you know, it's like, oh, where am I going with this? I'm sort of lost in my thoughts right now, but it seems like it's going to give people that are already experienced, it's going to give them even greater edge, and it's going to shut people out. And that's the thing that I don't like about it. Especially, I guess, you know, I think we always start with what sort of with what can affect us at any given moment. um so it's kind of like, for me, you know, I've had some hopes, you know, of doing something, you know. But like, for example, like these days, I don't talk about it on my channel, but I'm in my free time, I'm actually trying to create quite a few t-shirt designs. I've had some successful, merch that made and sold, which still make, a few dollars every month. And it's been going on for years. And I don't have to put a lot of energy into it, but I still, it still provides me with, a tiny stream of income here and there where I need it. But I want to sort of expand on that. And right when I got that idea, everybody and their sister who had access to Chat GPT or Mid Journey or anything like that, now they're just like whipping up all these T-shirt designs in Mid Journey and stuff and spamming them onto Amazon and everywhere else, and it's kind of like, and they didn't, you know what I mean? So uh, it's it's gonna do that, for people. It's gonna, and then not only does it take away opportunities from people who are trying to I kind of want to put his teeth in that one because it's almost like he was like kind of hee hawing, a little bit. But yeah, so it's like it's gonna take away opportunities from people, I think, and sort of set people back even further. It just creates like a class. It's like a class, like a caste or a class system. It's kind of, I can't explain myself well. I'm not very articulate. I'm less articulate than usual today, but it's just kind of how I feel um, about it. It's a scary thing that I don't really like, and I was excited to see some debate and some discussion on the topic, and also some commentary on that. So if when I get done here and I post those links, please go to Lucid Pixels channel and check that out because it was really interesting to watch, and yeah, it's cool. It's good to know you don't feel alone, or it's good not to feel alone. When when you're looking at the world and it's showing you something horrible and scary and back. It's kind of it's good to know you're not crazy or something. Okay, what if I go like Stallone Aviators on this one? Like I'm so cool. It's like, straighten these out a little bit. It's like Cobra. Here we go. Yeah, I'm cool. Oops. All right. And one more before we start vectorizing the heck out of these. I feel like this one could be a little bit better. Like, let's call this one. Here's what I want to do. Um, I'm gonna go lasso tool. Move this um, over to here, like this. Cool. And I'm gonna come in here one more time, and then I wanna see if I can expand on the laughter one a little bit. Like, I feel like I can make it like even better. Like, this one isn't really what I consider to be jovial. It's kind of how do you, I'll just say amused. And now let's see if we can just get even bigger. Like, I did another little sketch like about like this. This one's kind of like, yeah, that. Oh, I had it where it was like this. Yeah. guess it's sort of the same shape. And then these were kind of sticking out of the side here. I don't know. I guess you could say this one's like, this one's LOL. This is what was that one that everybody sort of abandoned because it was just too mouthy? RFLMAO. I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. Okay. Remember when remember when emojis were just not, they didn't exist? Am I that, I mean, I'm giving it away, but I'm that old. Like, where it took me a few minutes to be like, what's that? What does that mean? I had to look it up on America Online. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you were just born. Let's see. What if I didn't draw any eyeballs on this guy? Okay, I think I like that. Let's make this one, like, I feel like it would just be better if it was like, they would look really cute if they were kind of like macaroni shaped. That makes them look soft, sort of. There we go. Okay, we'll call this one jovial, uh, LOL. Haha. Okay, cool. I feel like I need a few more. I feel like I need to go. I feel like we got a pretty good set on our hands though, right? That's a pretty good start. I want to get, maybe I've already got sunglasses in the game. We're good here. Got sunglasses. Check that off our list. Love struck, gotcha. Jovial laughter, gotcha. Determined, I forgot about. Suspicious, skeptical. I don't know. This one's kind of the odd man out. He doesn't really look like he belongs. So I'm sorry, but you lose the expression competition. It's okay. A new expression will come. Um, let's see what else is in here. Angry, we got it. I would say that these are the same, right? Like, these are one and the same. Awestruck, got it. Embarrassed, I'll give that a try. I'll do three more. I'll do good job, artiste, and I'll try embarrassed. Yeah. Determine's a hard read. People don't usually, that's something for, that's like a cow talk emoticon, like something like, Ryan or Chunshik will, like, okay, fighting. Like this, maybe we don't need to get into that. So we'll see. Suspicious, skeptical. It's also kind of in the confused area. So we'll just we'll just say we're with that. Let's go with let's go with embarrassed. Let's see what we can do with embarrassed. I feel like I can do better, but we'll see. All right. I I actually drew an embarrassed face the other day. It was all right. It was something like this. It was like in here, and then again with the upturned eyebrows. But there was like a bead of sweat. It's that typical stuff. And then this, and then maybe like this. Like, oh no. And then maybe come in here with like a little bit of rosy cheek action, like a little bit of that. Something like that. Put the little bottom lip on it. Should I put the bottom lip on it? Maybe it's like biting the lip. Yeah, like one of the teeth sticking out, because it's kind of like, "Mm." And then yeah, we can always change the shape of the ears. Cool. I'm sad. Stream Dr. Duck didn't show up today. Oh well. I hope you're doing okay, Mr. Duck. All right, and then what I'll do is I'll add three more to the I'll add a couple more spots here down below. Let's grab this. Let's pull this layer stack up a little bit. There we go. Where are you? There you are. All right. We'll go here, here, and here. Make this a new group. These will be the last three. And then 25%. Cool. And then we'll get in. Okay, this one is the good job. I think the way that I wanted to handle this one was like, I wanted to show a thumbs up, something like that. Uh, in all of it's weird. They've got this really cool kind of like, it's like, you know, how certain characters have like these sort of magical like bodies, like cartoon characters. Here he's got 5 digits, but in there, you know, and then over here you can see his digits are completely missing, as though he's not even really holding this thing, so which is kind of funny to me. But in other pictures, they've got him having sort of like mitten hands. Anyway, let's give him some mitten hands. Oh, I need to turn this on a little bit more. It's roasting out here in Korea, y'all. It's been so hot lately. It's just nuts. It's like Florida hot, you know? Let's see. This one was going to be good job, right? And so I wanted to have like so it's a very simple look. I don't want to make it look super happy. I want him to be like a big brother telling you, you know, like it's like, hey man, you're the man. Yeah, like this. Maybe I gotta move that part. let's back it up. Let's get the facial expression first, and then we'll decide where we're gonna put that hand. We can move all this stuff around. Maybe it needs to be higher up. Maybe he wants to be super impressed. Maybe that'll be the third one. We'll have like a good job, and then we'll have like a super impressed. Oh, and surprise was I have to leave a spot for surprised, so or shocked. So um, we'll call this surprised. It's kind of weird because this is like a bad shocked. This is like bad shocked. This is like good shocked down here. This one with the eyes like this. Like that, yeah. Maybe I just cut one down. I'm not sure. Okay. Some of that. Nah, let's be bigger. There we go. Yeah, something like that. He's like really impressed. We got to figure out how to deal with that hand. And the thumb should be kind of thumbish. Yeah. Yeah. And it's a happiness sort of thing because you know you want to feel good for others who are doing a good job. Nice. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's kind of in the ballpark of what I want. I think maybe the eyes need to be closer together. Guys, I'm telling you right now, this Huion tablet is the bee's knees. Uh, Whenever you start getting that wackiness, just turn off your snapping. Cool. Escape. One more time. Cool. That's good for now. Good, good, good. Okay, we'll call this impressed. Oh, no. Sort of good job. And what was the last one? Artiste. I don't know if I want to tackle that. That seems like a little bit complicated. I think I'm just going to leave this open for now because I want to get started on the vector point because we're already now over an hour. So the second hour, I'm just going to start like filling in the blanks. And by the way, I have a little bit of free time coming up. So I think I might do some more streaming like throughout the week until I finish this project. I think I'm just going to stream it until I finish it. So if we don't finish it tonight, it's okay. The deadline is in a couple of days. Um, I can't remember when the deadline is. Let me look that up. 1 second. 1 second here. Julian. Community. Let's find this one out. Okay. Um, let's see the official rules. August 6th. August 6th. So we still have some time. That's not too far away, but it's also rapidly approaching. So, okay, we're okay. Cool. All right. Okay, cool. I think this is good for now. I'm going to start vectorizing all these ideas. What I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna factory style this thing. Like I'm gonna get some of these. Like I'm gonna go back to my assets, and we're gonna I'm gonna pull in some of these. I think I'll start with like the easiest stuff. We'll get the faces sort of organized, and I'll start grouping them with their face components, and we'll get these eyebrows in place and things like that. And that's how we'll do. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little, I need to get a little more hot water in this cup. So I'm going to take like a little 2 minute break. I'll be right back. When I'm talking a lot like this, got to have that hot water flowing. The tea needs to flow because it's, the vocal cords will be not good. So let's see what I'm going to do. Sticky note. Be right back. 2 minutes. Let's call it 3 minutes. And let's bring that. Let's make it bigger. Yeah, cool. And then let's yeah. All right, we'll be right back in 3 minutes, guys. I'm gonna fill up this tea. We'll be right back. Oh yeah. Okay, it's time, guys. We're gonna start to vectorize a little bit. Let's do this. Shout out to Jonathan, super nice dude. If you don't know about his channel, which I highly doubt, he has a lot of subscribers. I can't remember how many, but he's a really cool dude, and he's always positive and nice and always personable when I talk to him, and he he does really cool stuff on his channel. So if you want to get really good at vector stuff, go visit his channel. You'll learn a lot. He's a cool dude and super experienced. He actually does a lot of work with building vector graphics and things like that. So yeah, like practical stuff. I don't do any work practical, like for like games or anything like that. Like it's all just personal stuff that I want to do, like experimental, I guess you could say. Let's pull this one in. It's a good place to start. So yeah, I feel like if you want to know some real pro level stuff, check him out. He's got a really great channel. All right. Now, keeping this organized is going to be kind of it's going to be kind of a tricky business. Tonight, I might get really sloppy with it and just start posting stuff everywhere like a tack board, and then later in another episode or another session, maybe I'll start I'll get it organized. Maybe off camera, I'll do that anyway. Get rid of this. Actually, I'm scared. I think maybe I want to. What is that? It seems to be nothing. And we'll just get rid of it. Cool. Okay, great. I want to move this stuff now. All right, so let's get going with this stuff. What I'm thinking of doing is I'm gonna play around tonight with some vector warp. I think that'll be really fun. Let's go for it. So we want these to be. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. I have ideas. What can I say? I think what I need to do is I need to get in here and do basic stuff first. So let's get in here with a layer. Actually, I'm going to close this stuff up. I might want to use this stuff later, but for right now, let's add another subcategory. I'll call this one, what am I going to call this? Raw. No, no, no. I'll call this one basic. Basic, raw. Okay. So what I want to do is I do need some of this other stuff on the canvas though. Does this one still have Leon's colors? Yeah, nice. Okay, cool. We're good. I want to make sure I stay consistent at least with line weights and stuff like this. So actually, I'm going to take this group out. Ungroup. Copy this style. Maybe I'll just bring this object up. Let's take a look at it with the node tool. Essentially, I can get rid of this one. Bring this into the game. Maybe they all need to become straight. This one, smart. Something like that. What I can do is once I bend this, I can smarten those up. Oh, it doesn't work that way, huh? That's all right. We'll just put another node in here. looking to do something like that. But I really hope I can sort of make it look a little bit cleaner, neater somehow. Something like this. Is that where I want to go with it? Something like that. Yeah. Yeah. And then we'll draw in the well, actually, maybe I can reuse these curly cues too. That's cute. That's cool. It's working for me a little bit. Cool. Mm. I don't want to mess with brushes. It's I feel like they're a little bit too long. So maybe let's see if I can't do something a little bit sneaky with something like this. Come in here with the knife tool with that curve selected and sort of carve out like another tail. Something like that. Let's try it one more time. It needs to be more. It could work, but maybe I just need to move the node. Yeah, that's better. Part of what holds me back sometimes is that I want to learn, I want to kind of experiment, like too much. So it's kind of doesn't quite work. How it doesn't help me do anything with any kind of speed. All right, that's kind of cool. All right. Yeah, I kind of want some unevenness in there too, in these expressions. That's one thing about vector stuff that I think is really important. Like, um, a lot of times, stuff we make can become, how do I say that? Like, actually, I have an idea. I'm gonna do this by body part. Yeah. So we'll just add some selection there. But if you get too symmetrical with stuff, sometimes it gets a little bit weird, and it looks robotic and stiff and just not alive. It's not good. Let's duplicate this group over here. Actually, could use the same eyebrows for this one, but I want to make them all unique. So I'm gonna come in and just sort of try to unique them up a little bit. This time, maybe he's pleased. Gosh, I really like the way they look over that expression though, and it is very similar. It is a very similar expression. Maybe I'll just leave those there for right now in case like later I want to do some alterations or variations on it. Let's keep going. All right. You know what you know what I'm doing now, right? You can smell what I'm stepping in. Something like this, right? But we have to sort of alter the curly Q situation. Flip that one. I don't mind redrawing all this stuff, but what I want to say is like, once you've sort of done something, you shouldn't hesitate to be able to duplicate the component. You can always come back and edit it, especially right now since I'm just kind of like I'm sort of blocking in objects that I might want to use. And if I'm looking at the sketch well, which I haven't been, they kind of, you see the shape is a little bit different. Do I like that shape? Yeah, I kind of think I do. It's almost like the brows are being pulled up towards the center, like when you furrow your brow. So maybe what needs to happen is actually this needs to be flipped, dipped like this, and then this situation needs to be altered like this. Something like that. Cool. Let's get rid of this other one. Yeah, that looks sad. Oops. There you go. I don't have any. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. All right. That's kind of a unique set. So we'll add that in the selection. This is cool. I'm actually thinking like maybe actually I'm gonna keep that one on the screen. I'm thinking maybe I can actually kind of draw like a bean in here with the pencil tool and then copy and paste the style. So let's just do this for right now. And then we'll use auto close, use fill. I'll start here. Cool. Actually, maybe I can do it a little bit zoomed out so I get fewer nodes. That's always a trick to use. If you zoom in, you're going to get a lot of nodes, right? Because the distance is different. You're changing the actual pixel distance of, that I'm drawing at. Oh, let's see what happens. So 1, 2, you see all those nodes. And then if you zoom out, you get fewer nodes that you have to deal with. You see there? So it's kind of like some sort of like law of vector physics. I don't know how you would describe that, but that's a tip for you guys who are actually paying attention or watching, if anybody is. So I'm so alone in the chat, but yeah. Um, if you want fewer nodes, zoom out and then draw. It'll leave you with fewer nodes that you have to deal with, and that's a good thing. The bean, the macaroni, I like it. It's cool. Whoa. Oh, did I not um did I not put that? Yeah, I need scale. Scale override on that. It's not doing it. Why aren't you doing that? What I want you to do. Could be that I'm working in beta. Oh, by the way, I gotta save. Whew. Almost forgot about that. All right, we can come back and edit that a little bit later. But for right now, that looks pretty good. Oops. All right. Cool. That's kind of fun. All right, let's keep moving. This one's the weird one. I don't know. Maybe I'll try the same thing on this one, I guess. Just keep moving our little style guy around over here. That one's going to be so funky to draw, but I'll try. Maybe if I use a window stabilizer on it, I can help. It'll help me get that action. And I think I should start it like around right here because the auto close. Something about the auto close to keep in mind is like this. You never want to try to auto close a corner because it gives you like this weird doubled up mess of nodes. So you always want to try to, at least in my experience, you always want to try to use auto close on a straightaway. So like, for example, watch how I draw this star. Like if I try to auto close, if I try to auto close like this, it doubles up, it gets weird. But if I try to auto close like this, I'll show you. It kind of it does better on the straightaway is the point. It's not, I don't know. That's the way I would describe it. Okay, let's get in here and make this happen. One. Oh, I wanted to I'm gonna start here. One, two. That's better. That's not so bad. Um, let's see. Copy style. Command Shift B. Bring to the front. Get rid of some of this trash. Simplify this bad boy. It's not a good place for the center node. I may want to end up like, I may end up wanting, I'll show you guys that. That's an interesting thing that can be shown. Occasionally, you may want to use some pressure in the stroke studio on a stroke, right? But this red point here represents the two endpoints. It's where they meet. So if I want to alter this, I can hold Alt, right? But that place might not be the place where you want the pressure to, sort of originate. So what you can do is you can do like this. You can break the completed curve at a different point, right? Join it at the previous place, and then down here you can, oops, sorry. Let me back up. All right, so this is a completed curve, right? So what I can do is I can break it right there. Still one completed curve. Oops. I'm going to break it right here on this angle, right? So now I've got two objects, right? So, but what I can do is I can come in here. Oops. I can join this, right? Close it. Oops. Join. Sorry, join. Right there. And then here, this now becomes, because it was the last open part, this now becomes the origin of the pressure curve. So that's a super useful sort of technique that you can use to sort of change the location of your objects pressure origin, which is something that I haven't seen talked about much in other places, but there you go. That's there for you if you want to use it. Oh, by the way, check it out. I've got my caps lock on. Nice, right? I changed that cursor. But sometimes for my workflow, it's just that I want to use the caps lock cursor with the drawing tools, but with the node tool, it's very psychological and important. It's just, I guess some cursors are, not all cursor images are made equal. Like I prefer I prefer the crosshair while I'm drawing, but while I'm moving, I want the cursor. When I'm doing the node tool, I want the node cursor. So it's yeah, it's one of those things, you know. It's definitely a preference thing, but let's see. Smarty pants that node, but not too much. I want some roundness in there so it's soft. Oh, what are you doing? There we go. And then here. It's jumping over like that because I'm at the edge of my little area on my drawing tablet. I kind of like that. I can really I'll try to just be a little bit, you know, judicious with the. Where are you? There you are. Get over here. Mortal Kombat 1 just dropped. I don't know if anybody's still playing Mortal Kombat. I don't really play video games much, but that's an interesting topic. How will I make this work? Maybe it makes a heart. I'm gonna have to get in there and yeah, this whole thing is it's getting a little bit weird with the pressure. I don't know why it's maybe it's a beta thing. I don't know. It's not it doesn't seem to be what if this is a heart? Let's just try it. I've got it's an idea, but I got to come back to it because I don't want to waste too much time. It looks disjunct somehow. All right, I'll come back to that. Whoa, sorry, buddy. Didn't mean to get you all weirded out like that. I want them to kind of be. It's almost as if the heart is pushing up. That's the idea, right? The heart is like sort of pushing its indentation into the shape of the brow. It's not quite right, but we're gonna keep moving. It needs to be. There's something that needs to happen with it, but I don't know what that something is yet. Let's put these in our assets. Do a little bit of save, and we'll put these in the assets. You never know when one of them will come back to be useful again later. I feel like sad and embarrassed are very similar feelings. When you're embarrassed, you're sad that because you feel like you've done something stupid that other people are judging you for. So it's a kind of sadness. We're almost at 2 hours. I think what I'll do is I'll probably stop and maybe I'll do another stream tomorrow, and then I'll just keep going. I'll just keep streaming as often as I can until I get this done. I think it's just it's like nobody has showed up for this, but I'm sure some people will be able to come back and get some use out of it. So we'll just keep going. You never know, guys. You never know. No, no. Actually, with these, maybe the idea, maybe to sort of give it its own unique character, do is this. It's a different kind of feeling, right? When you're sad, there's like a weight, so it's like it's heavier. You can feel it, something like that. Don't forget about your transform tool function in the toolbar. That's super valuable, super useful deal that you can or function that you can take advantage of. It's really cool. Bingo. I like those. Let's call those. Put them in the get those put into the assets. And while I'm thinking about it, where are you guys? You're over here, right? Let's duplicate these and bring them over because I think they are perfect candidates for the impressed. Good job. So, like that. Except we just need to change the location of the curly Q. Something like that. Working with a stylist is great. Cool. Those work. Just making sure I save all this stuff for later. I think these will work nicely for the anger too. They just need to be, yeah. That's all you gotta get. That's all you need for that, right? Bingo. So save those. We'll call this the eyebrow live stream. What about this guy? Where are you? Come on down. You're the next contestant on the eyebrows are right. My idea for this one is like to straight lace it, like get in here and something like this. I'm not sure about the. I'm not sure about these, but we'll put them in there. Could this also work for cool? Yes, it can. I think these work for jovial, and they just need to be a little bit closer up. It's funny. I mean, I was thinking like I don't know about this, because it's different emotions. You want to make everyone individual, but even on our own face, the variety of expressions that we are able to achieve, really, they're achievable by a very like minuscule changes to the parts of our face. So it makes a lot of sense that you can make minuscule changes to the components of the face in order to achieve the expressions. Like this one over here is pretty good. Oh, I didn't want to move you completely, buddy. Actually, it feels like these should be a little bit smaller somehow. Maybe it's like I was saying earlier, like with cartoon characters, the plasticity of their bodies is like, you know, maybe, yeah. It's like they're being thrown outwards from the laughing expression. I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna have so much fun drawing those glasses. It's gonna be epic. And then this one, what did I do for the original expression? Um, what's this one? It had a very unique sort of set of eyebrows on it. Yeah, there we go. So I may redraw it. It really, this one belongs here, and if I just shrink it down a little bit, it fits, right? Yeah. So there's that, and then if I go into the components, I can just grab these guys right here, and then I feel like they're a little too fat somehow. So and they're in warp groups too. That's okay. Well, maybe if I let's take a look at what's being warped. All right. What if I what if I delete the inner component? Or what if I do like this? Let me try to convert that to curves and see what happens. Yeah, nothing happens because it's inside the group. What if I convert this whole thing to curves? That's interesting. Okay, did it work? It did. So that's a cool little lesson. It's a cool little sort of behavior that we've discovered right here at the end of all things at 2 hours into the stream. You can transform the warp group and it will just automatically transform all the objects within the group. That's really cool. I knew that that was possible, but it's kind of one of those things I haven't really codified yet. I experimented with it in the past to see what would happen, but I hadn't quite codified it yet into a rule or a law or kind of a, you know what I mean? And then what I'm doing now is I'm just trying to simplify the shape. It's like probably asking yourself like, Rob, why would you go through that? Like you just did all this stuff to it and you ruined the thing. But it's like I much prefer to work with like super simplified shapes. If it can be simplified, I would rather have it simplified. I wish there was a thing like in Affinity, like a function, like a simplification function, like that simplified the shape for you, like it did based on some kind of a calculation. It would save you a lot of time editing. It's like there's a place where I feel like AI has a place. Like, okay, Affinity, please hear me right here at the end of the stream. You guys want to use AI, right? I mean, I don't know if you do or not, but if you do, why don't you apply it in that way? Like taking the tedium away from humans, but not like the creative decision making. Um, i.e., the tedium of editing a cluster of nodes versus an AI saying, okay, like what could this user want? Maybe I'll try to uh, make that sort of happen, I guess, for the user. So maybe a node simplification algorithm or AI. That's simple enough for now. It's pretty shocking. I feel like it could be a little bit thinner, and then this could be a little more shrunken down, something like that, and then maybe reduce that. Yeah, we'll see. That's pretty cool. All right, and then we'll add this to our set. Well, it's so sensitive. I'm not used to. I usually do vector work with my mouse, but these days I'm getting so used to hanging onto this stylus that it's just I do everything with a stylus now. Cool. Zoom out. Okay, that's all of them for tonight. All right, guys. Listen, I know I've been watching how many viewers have dropped in. There's been, at least like, you know, 9, I think, at one point, which was awesome. Uh, say hi, you guys. Sometimes when you drop by in the stream, stream.duck, missed you. Uh, TGBTT, maybe hopefully see you next time. You guys, I, I feel really awesome anyway. This new studio room is it's legit. I'm gonna flesh it out behind me. We're just getting in here. I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys the emptiness right now. It's let's see. Is that how? I don't know why it's what I've done, but here's it. I've got to put some stuff in behind, but we'll get there. Anyway, there's that. So yeah. And I've also got to figure out OBS. Anyway, it's coming along. I'm gonna see about streaming again at some point tomorrow. Even if I have to do it in the daytime, I'll just like stream it, or I'll just record it and I'll publish it as a stream or a premiere at the same time that I usually stream, which is around 6:30. So maybe we'll do it that way. Get up in the morning, have some breakfast, and record for another hour or two. And I'm gonna just work on this project over my vacation until I get it done. It has to be submitted by August 6th, so we'll see. And I'll tell you guys how I do or don't do. There's so many people starting to post now, so it's probably I'll get lost in the fray, but we're gonna give it a good shot. So yeah, as always, guys, keep working hard. Take care of yourselves and stay positive. We'll see you next time. Sorry I've been away for so long, you guys.